Hello VC, welcome to the Inner Sleeve. I'm your host DR, and today I have another vinyl review for you. Today's review is of this 9-piece band from Des Moines, Iowa, their latest album, their 7th studio album on Roadrunner Records. This album has 12 tracks, it's 57 minutes and 31 seconds long. So let's take a look at Slipknot, The End for Now. Or is it The End So Far? I believe it's supposed to be The End So Far. According to Corey Taylor, somebody effed up and got the album title wrong, that they always, all along, wanted to call it The End So Far. That's my understanding anyways, and we'll go with that for now. So this album is their latest one. Just came out on September 30th, 2022. And I got it on vinyl, obviously. Let's take a look. Let's see, first we'll take a look at the hype sticker, featuring the Dying song, Yen, and the Chapeltown Rag on clear vinyl. So they had go and they placed the hype sticker with the right album name over the wrong album name. It was placed directly over it, so that was kind of interesting as you're opening it up and seeing, well, there's a different title on that album. We'll start with the jacket, and then we'll take a look at the vinyl. So it is a gatefold jacket. There's your front cover artwork. I kind of like the artwork. There is your back of the jacket artwork, as well as the song names, which we'll get into in a little bit. You can see it's on Runner Records. And then we have a nice picture of these wonderful boys from Des Moines, Iowa. This 9-piece known as Slipknot. So we'll also take a look at the inner sleeves. It did come with inner sleeves. These are heavy duty paper, kind of glossy inner sleeves. So on one side we have some different artwork. On the other side we have the song lyrics, which is always a bonus. I like to see that. Sometimes it's hard to understand the lyrics unless you read them, so that's always nice to be able to read along as you listen to the album the first couple of times, learn the lyrics. And here is for the second LP, the inner sleeve. Again, some different artwork and lyrics, white on black this time. And taking a look at the vinyl. One big beef with the center labels on this vinyl is they are very difficult to read the little bit of text they put on here that says what side it is. So believe it or not, it says side A, and it lists the tracks on the upper part of that text going around the outside, which usually doesn't have anything. Instead of having it nice and big where you can tell what it is, same thing on side B and on the other LP on side C and D. I will say that I found this vinyl to be fairly noisy. Not obscenely noisy, but I don't know what it is about clear vinyl sometimes, but it's kind of noisy. So I put them in MoFi inner sleeves as I usually do when it's paper sleeves that they provide. In addition to the vinyl being noisy, it was warped as well. So I was not very happy with the quality of the product. In this case being the quality of the vinyl. So let's talk about this album some. If I would have rated this album a week after I got it, it would have been a much different review. It's taken a while for this to grow on me, but it has. So I am enjoying it. I do have some slight criticisms of it, but overall, I think they put out another solid album. So I kind of, you can stop watching now, I guess, because you know what I think. So let's conclude on the presentation. I like the artwork. I think they included, the inner sleeves with the lyrics. I like that. Overall, I get a 3.5 out of 5 on the sound quality, or on the presentation. On the sound quality, I'm going to give it a 2.5, and it's not only because of the vinyl quality, but I wasn't completely happy with how they mastered this vinyl. I think the bass is very light. It should have been much heavier. It doesn't have enough bass. I have to crank my bass up on the amp to get it to where I think it should sound. So a little bit disappointed in that. Now let's talk about the music. So the album kicks off with a banger of a tune. Just kidding. It's a very slow song called Adderall. I do like the ominous organ-like beginning. I like some of the way the slower start. The album is fine, but I wish it wasn't as long of a song as it was. I think if it was a shorter song, I would be good with it. The way it was a disappointment, to be honest. It is growing on me though, so I will say as a whole album, listen to it a few times before you criticize it too much. I gave that song, out of rating the songs, 0 would be horrible, a 1 would be solid, a 2 would be outstanding. I give this a 0.5, some way just under, not solid, but a little under that. Next song, Dying Song. I like the chorus. It's a solid Slipknot percussion and beat to it. It's a solid song. I'd give it a 1. Moving on to Chapeltown Raid. This song seems off to me. I'm just not a fan of the screamy vocals and the production of this one. So for this, I get another 0.5. It's not horrible, but it's not great either. The fourth song on the album is probably, at least in my top 2 or 3 of the album, and it's Yen. Might be my favorite song on the album, actually. I love the slow parts leading into the chorus. I love the chorus and also the scratching, the back scratching and stuff. The vinyl. I don't know, I'm not a rapper, I don't understand, I don't remember the term. The guitar and drum groove for the chorus is outstanding. It's a 2 or a outstanding song in my opinion. Hive Mind, another one, so they really hit their stride into the middle of this album. Hive Mind, weird little intro, kind of these hive sounds, kind of cool. Classic Slipknot sound and feel to it. Protect the Hive is some of their kind of interesting, pretty cool. Again, I'm going to give it outstanding. Warranty, I would say Warranty, not as good as the previous 2. It's a solid song. Lyrics are a little tacky. I don't really like the lyrics on this song. So we'll give it a 1. Solid, but not outstanding. Medicine for the Dead. It's got kind of a weird, spacey intro. Leads into chimes. With a good scream and growl from Corey. So this is another song that I do like on the album. I'm going to call it outstanding in this case. Acidic. Again, this falls off for me. It's funky groove, which is kind of nice. Slower paced. Interesting idea, but to me the result sounds a little off. And I gave it a 0.5 or a, not horrible, but close to that. Heirloom. Solid Slipknot, but nothing stands out in this track to me. Good driving beat, but overall I find the song to be boring. Another 0.5. And then H377, not exactly sure. Probably has some significance to it. I didn't research it. Great chorus, great fast and driving beat. Headbang worthy for sure. Great vocal, rapping lyrics. I love the snares in this song. I think it's really cool percussion. And I'm going to give it almost outstanding. I gave it a 1.5 between 0 and 2. And Decade is the last, not Decade. Decade is not the last song. There's a song called Finale, that's the last song. Decade is the 11th track on the album. It's a little slow at first, but it builds nicely. And I like the beat and groove of the repetitive word parts. It has kind of got repetitive lyrics, graded down a little bit based on that. Towards the end, when it gets into the heavy stuff, I think it's outstanding. So I gave it a 1.5 out of 2. And Finale, for me, just not good, I guess. I don't care for it. I gave it a 0.5. Almost a 0, but a 0.5. It's not terrible. For the music, I gave this a 3.5 out of 5. Overall, I gave it just under a 3.5, a 3.25. So when you include the presentation and the sound quality, with 5 being all-time classic album, 4 being very good, 3 being solid, and 2 being less than average and not that great. So a 3.25 is pretty decent score. If I would have scored it 2 weeks ago, a week after I got it, I probably would have been under a 3. So that just shows how this album can evolve, or it just shows how this album can grow on you over time. So if you haven't listened to it much, you're just not sure of it, or you don't really like it, give it a few more spins. I think you might start to like it. I know I have. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. Keep those turntables spinning. See ya.